So, why are we paying taxes if they're defunding all the programs? Here's a hint to not make America great again. There's something wrong with Trump. In less than a year, he's had an MRI scan, 2 annual physicals, a cognitive exam, face drooping, swollen ankles, hand bruising, disappeared for a week, and looks lost in videos. This doesn't scream healthy to me. Maybe it's time to see if the 25th Amendment works, but I don't know about you. He paints his face orange. I sometimes forget that he does that on purpose. The president is someone who wakes up every day and decides it would be a good idea to paint his face orange. And do it bad. Not like he couldn't have someone do it for him. No, he decides to leave the white circles around the eyes and his hairline. There is no way he isn't aware of it and still doesn't. Every time I see a Trumper posting anti-trans stuff, I remind them that Trump wears more makeup than most trans people I know. I just signed my 2 children up for daycare. It will cost us over $40,000 next year. So, how do normal people afford this? New Mexico is offering free childcare. We should all be like New Mexico in this regard. But that's socialism. No. We need basic human services and conveniences to bankrupt or otherwise cause an immense amount of stress to anyone who would need them. Just like true patriots. Well, yeah, what? Common human decency and caring about people and not allowing them to starve and, be put into crippling debt for the most basic things on the planet. Oof, that sounds a lot like communism to me. Yes, paying rich assholes for poor people's children's daycare is socialism. And it's great. Well, looky here. Obamacare has more Republican enrollees than Democrats and independents. Well, yeah, that's Republicans all over. They're the ones that primarily use public services and benefits, but they're against public services and benefits. Yeah, chickens for KFC. But even when it's all taken away, they're still probably gonna support Trump. And not learn their lesson. O'Donnell. So, grocery prices are up. President Poopy Diaper. No, you're wrong. Ah yes, the best policies of the President of the United States. Just denying that something's true with no evidence. And, instead of actually working towards making things better, just saying things are better, even though they're not. Grocery store cashier. Okay ma'am, that'll be $186. Me. Yeah, no, you're wrong. Maybe we all have to use the Trump doctrine. Just say that the person's wrong and then somehow expect reality to bend according to what your narcissistic beliefs are. And it magically works out. Definitely. Trump threatens to defy the court and hold back SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, many-fold, during crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office, due to the fact they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to just those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, which they can easily do, and not before. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Supreme Leader Donald J. Poopy Diaper Trump. Yeah, when they open government. When you have the majority of the House, the Senate, and the White House. Yeah. It's really on the not majority to open it back up. Yeah, sure. If MAGA could read, they would know that The Great Gatsby is about the death of the American dream. How it became a lie, the rich sold to the poor. Trump hosts a lavish Gatsby-themed party while denying food to 42 million. An obvious fuck you to Americans. And MAGA. Too dumb to see it. Cheers. Well, yeah, after all, they are just the seals that clap to dear leader whenever he does something stupid, or something which a 5-year-old could see as malicious. Hey chat, if you guys want to see more of this gay guy reading stuff, you should totally like, subscribe and share, cause it helps a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching, and back to the video. President Evil. In a shocking reversal, Trump said federal food benefits won't be distributed during the shutdown, despite a court order. Yes, defying the courts, the people who provide verdicts based off of the law, ignoring them to starve millions of people. All pretty much for political reasons, and while you're having some fucking party. Yeah, you're really the people's president. The fucking billionaire. Ah, look. Trump is breaking the law without consequence. So, just a normal day here in America. The government holding itself accountable? Of course not. The government holding its leader accountable? Of course not. Sure, he breaks the laws all the time, but he has been facilitating about defying the court's authority. If he follows through with this, this will be the first time he has openly declared his orders to be above the law. I get the sense that he's wanted to do this for a while now. Just declare the courts have no authority over him or his administration. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty fascist to me. It's not like people were warning voters or anything. Choosing to do so over something like snap administrative issues is smart, because this is bureaucratic, and the details won't enrage most Americans the way it would if he just openly arrested someone, like Hunter Biden or Jimmy Kimmel, and refused to release them, despite a court order. At the same time though, it's really fucking stupid of him to draw the line over denying children and the elderly food. How people will respond to this move will depend on what narrative becomes the dominant one. If you think ending public funding of food for 42 million poor people won't enrage the public, I invite you to read about the French Revolution. I mean, to be fair, with what they're doing with Medicare and Medicaid and that lot, I really don't see how the complacent majority would really act any differently. Well, I'm sure that they had plenty of cake at that Gatsby party at Mar-a-Lago. Fun fact, JD Vance was on food stamps as a child, but nowadays he says SNAP recipients are all freeloaders. Well, of course. It's the MAGA double standards after all. If I get benefits, I deserved it because I'm an American-loving patriot. But if anyone else that's not me gets those benefits, they're simply freeloaders and they don't deserve it. Ah yes, only caring about yourself. The oh-too common MAGA trope. He also blamed immigrants for his mother's heroin addiction instead of dealing with the fact that his mother stole patient drugs and was fired because of it. The JD Vance character is maladaptive daydreaming writ large. He's a conniving, weaselly, pudgy loser who's super pissed that being Theo's pet still doesn't make people like him. Oh, and he also fucks furniture. You forgot that part, but otherwise, pretty spot on. And helps capitulate to and cover up for a child R-wording conman. Don't forget that bit. Never forget the fact that they are still trying to cover up the Epstein files. Still. Erica Kirk ditched the whole trad wife routine faster than Trump ditched all of his campaign promises. Well, she has freedom now, but she doesn't want it for other people. Only just herself. What was that I just said? You know, when other people have something, they don't deserve it, but when I have it, I deserve it? Yeah, that's on brand for MAGA. Quiz time! Who looks more like the grieving widow? Sorry, Usha, you're the wrong religion and colour for MAGA. See you in Valhalla. This Patel Valhalla quote will never not be funny to me. They really can't resist being fucking clowns, can they? Sadly, a lot of Norse symbols have been stolen by white supremacist groups. I have no doubt that's what the dog whistle was. Which is why it's so funny. Also, a little sad. Cash is such a weird Uncle Tom. The self-hatred and pick-meism is so fucking real. What have we said before, and what will we continue saying? Deciding to side with the fascists and the guys that are oppressing everyone isn't gonna suddenly make you less oppressed. It's just gonna delay what they're gonna do.